Welcome back, Cheeseheads, to another episode of BAM GPG. Yeah. So, Bryson, we are full steam ahead into the Thursday night football game against the Washington Commanders. This is at Lambeau Field under the lights. So, quick recap here. So, the Packers, they're going to be coming into this game with a little bit of momentum, especially after that Week 1 win against the Detroit Lions, 27-13. It was. And, the Commanders, they're going to be fighting for that NFC East race all season long. The Eagles aren't going anywhere. They are the defending Super Bowl champions. So really every game is critical for the Commanders to stay in that division race against the Eagles. And Thursday night football, people, it means short rest. So there's going to be, a lot of health and preparation concerns and really big storylines around those two topics leading into this Week 2 game early in the season here. So, Bryson, some of the key matchups that I wanted to kind of highlight here for this game. First one is going to be Jordan Love against the Commanders secondary, right? So the Commanders secondary, you can get some yards on them, right? They're not, the elite secondary that you're used to seeing with some of these other teams, like the Lions or the Eagles or teams like that. So you can get some yards on this Eagles secondary. So it'll be interesting to kind of watch Love's development, especially on his deep balls to some of the wide receivers like Romeo Doubs, Jayden Reed, and then I would also like to see Matthew Golden get a little more involved this game.
Yeah.
And I think it's a perfect opportunity for that. You do want to strike some balance, however, though. You want to get Josh Jacobs going early and late as well. And then the next one, Bryson, is the Packers offensive line. Are they going to be able to hold up against Washington's pass rush? Washington, they have a formidable pass rush, right? They're big, strong guys. They're not going to overpower you with their speed, but they're certainly there. Something you're going to have to keep an eye on. And again, Love, he didn't take any sacks last week. Our offensive line did a fantastic job. So I feel good about that heading into Week 2. But again, something you don't want to overlook from the Commanders' defensive front there.
Yeah.
And then the defensive showdown that I'm excited to see here. I think Micah Parsons, he'll probably still be on a pitch count again. I think he'll get a little bit more snaps throughout the game as he continues to build his endurance and kind of learns a little bit more of the playbook as well. I know there were a few times, Bryce, when we were out there, I was kind of watching Parsons when he would take the field, and the defensive line did a great job of communicating with him. There'd be a few times where he'd have to tap finesse, kind of ask him, hey, where's my set? Where am I supposed to be lined up here? But great communication overall, helping him out there. But he will be a guy to watch out here. So last season, Bryson, Parsons, he owned the Commanders last year. How many sacks did he have against the Commanders?
Last year he had 4.5, but his biggest sack total against the Commanders was 10.5 sacks.
Yeah, so last season alone, Micah Parsons had 4.5 sacks against the Commanders, and then that is actually his career high is against the Commanders at 10.5 sacks. So this guy loves to eat against the Commanders. I'd like to see him do it again. We kind of see history repeat itself, this time with the Packers. That would be fantastic. But they have a quarterback you have to keep an eye on, the Commanders, Jayden Daniels, rookie sensation last year. He's every bit as good as he showcased last season, right? He's got a fantastic arm on him. He's kind of that dual threat quarterback. He's not afraid to tuck it and run it, but you also have to be careful with him too, because when he starts to get out of the pocket and starts to use his legs, you do have to watch for him, not only to run the ball, but to throw it on the run as well.
I mean, he's a good quarterback. I mean, Jordan Love's better, but we really have to.
Yeah, he's a guy you have to keep. And, what I love most about this matchup as opposed to previous Packer defenses is we have a lot of speed on our defense. You look at Edgerrin Cooper, you look at Quay Walker, even a Micah Parsons, Lucas Van Ness, big guy, but he is quick on his feet, and Rashawn Gary. So I do like our matchups, but Jayden Daniels, he has the ability to scramble. He really extends plays with his legs, and he avoids pressure quite often with his legs. So he's able to tuck and run and throw on the run as well. So you do have to be aware of that, but I do like Green Bay's speed on that defensive side of the ball. And Bryson, a couple of X factors for this game. My first one's Tucker Kraft, right? I think this is going to be his breakout year. He can exploit a lot of mismatches on that Commanders defense. So he's off to a hot start with that touchdown catch in week 1, and I think he's going to have some big receiving numbers all season long. So he's kind of my X factor to look out for in this game. If you had to pick one player on the Packers, Bryson, as an X factor, who would you pick?
Oh, Micah Parsons.
Micah Parsons. Yeah, that's a great pick. I mean, a guy who has 10.5 career sacks against that team in such a short career. You know, I'm hoping, again, history repeats itself this time for the Packers against it. I'd love to see that performance again. He is going to be on a pitch count again, but I do expect him to have a big game, and we're going to need that. We're going to need that speed on the field, especially with a mobile quarterback like Jayden Daniels. And, again, he's not just a mobile quarterback. He can beat you with his arm as well. So what do the Packers need to do to win this game, Bryson? So I think they need to establish balance early. So they're going to need to, let Jordan Love kind of cook a little bit, find some of his wide receivers, but you're also going to have to find that balance with the run game, get Josh Jacobs going early, and then maybe again later in the game. So quick passing from Love's going to be key to neutralize any kind of Commanders rush that you see early on in the game. And if Washington blitzes, I think you're going to have to use Kraft a little bit in that blocking game, or in the short kind of short kind of throw off plays and the short routes to exploit some of the soft zones in that Commanders defense. And when you talk about exploiting soft zones, we have a first round draft pick that I think is going to do an excellent job all season doing that, Matthew Golden. So for this game, Bryson, I'm going to go out. I'm going to take the Packers to win. I'm going to say 31-17 Green Bay Thursday Night Football against the Commanders. What is your score prediction?
Yeah, I think it's just going to be a little closer. I'm going to go with Packers 30, Commanders 20.
So Bryson's got 30-20. I got 31-17. So Packers fans, what's your take on this game? Will the D-line be able to pressure Daniels, kind of keep him in the pocket, and make him make some mistakes like you saw Goff when Parsons got in his face last week? Or, we can't let his legs make the difference in this game. And I don't think it is. This isn't the same Packers defense of the years past. We have some speed this time. So drop your predictions in the comments, people. We'd love to hear from you. And remember to like, subscribe, and follow BAM GPG on TikTok and YouTube. And as always, Bryson,
it's Go Pack Go.